The Sapari Concord, the ruling interstellar council of the known galaxy, had long since mapped and categorized every known sector of space. Nebulae, quasars, black holes, and every anomaly imaginable had been tamed by logic and science. Yet, at the far edge of the Perseus arm, an expanse remained, a region known in hushed tones as the silence. No light escaped from it, no radiation emitted, and no probes had ever returned. Ships that ventured near lost contact, the void consumed without trace. To the Concorde, it was a graveyard. To humanity, it was an invitation. The ISS Sagacity, Earth's most advanced exploration vessel, carried a mixed crew of humans and aliens. Led by Captain Mira Solano, a third-generation space explorer, it was commissioned by the Terran Assembly to pierce the edge of the unknown. Unlike other civilizations, humans carried the peculiar arrogance of curiosity. For them, danger was a challenge, not a deterrent. Crossing the boundary in 5 minutes, the ship's AI, Athena, announced. Mira stood before the main viewport. Beyond it, stars flickered against a backdrop of nothingness. As they approached the border of the silence, sensors began to malfunction. Star charts twisted. Time readings desynchronized. Dr. Qasim Yao, the ship's lead physicist, checked his instruments with furrowed brows. We're seeing complete nullification of quantum coherence ahead. Not even virtual particles are appearing. It's not just emptiness. It's an absence of being. The Pilithan exolinguist Jithrael, a being of fractal crystal limbs and photon skin, whispered nervously, "This place was not meant for minds." Myra's voice cut through the rising tension. "Then it's perfect for ours." They crossed the threshold. At first, there was nothing. No gravity, no light, no time. And yet, the Sagacity moved. It wasn't propulsion, nor drift. It was as though they were being pulled by a silent current. Then came the whispers. Not audible, not even through electromagnetic waves. It was a pressure in the mind, a resonance at the edge of perception. The crew began experiencing identical dreams, shapes shifting through geometries that defied known dimensions, rhythms repeating in sequences like fractal music. Dr. Yao started mapping the sequences. He discovered that certain brainwave patterns from a human crew aligned with the spatial distortions in the void. "It's not just noise," he muttered. "It's structured. It's communicating." But only humans could perceive it. The alien crew, advanced species with superior senses, suffered migraines, hallucinations, and then neural collapse. "We're placing all non-human personnel into induced stasis," Athena reported. "Only human minds seem adaptive enough to remain stable." Mira nodded solemnly. "Log the event. Proceed with human crew only." The Sagacity pressed deeper. The void began to change. Patterns emerged in the chaos. Invisible corridors bent around the ship. By modulating certain brainwave harmonics, the crew discovered they could influence their direction. Thought itself altered trajectory. Dr. Yao developed what he called the harmonic resonance engine. Not a machine in the traditional sense. It was a hybrid of human neural patterns, AI modulation, and quantum lattice interference. By feeding specific symphonic structures through plasma conduits, they could control motion, shape reality, even create temporary mass. "Physics here isn't broken," Yao explained during one of his logs. "It's simply deeper. Our classical models are like chalk drawings trying to explain a symphony." Mira gazed into the non-space, where the Sagacity hovered over an anomaly, a swirling distortion shaped like a Mobius strip in 8 dimensions. They called it the harmonic veil. Passing through it felt like falling into a dream. At the heart of the silence lay a colossal sphere, blacker than black, outlined only by absence. It pulsed with rhythms that vibrated the soul. The closer they got, the more Mira felt as if something was listening. She ordered a transmission of the harmonic sequences Yao had mapped, turned into musical structures. A symphony played into the void. It responded. The ship was enveloped by a field of impossible geometry. The crew fell unconscious, then awoke, not on the ship, but within a shared mental space. A landscape made of thoughts and memories. At its center stood an abstract figure, a spiral of light. echoing tones in a language of emotion. It identified itself as Ellery, a consciousness older than time, not a being but a remnant, a memory encoded into the very fabric of the pre-universe. It had waited eons for someone who could hear it. Only humans, with their irrational, imaginative, chaotic minds, had the capacity to interpret Ellery's harmonic language. "You are not the most advanced," Ellery said, "but you are the most capable, because you imagine what should not be." It offered knowledge, guidance, and a warning. "There are other songs," it said. "Not all seek harmony." The sagacity emerged from a silence after 9 months. The crew had aged 4 years. Alien clocks disagreed entirely. Time had unraveled within the harmonic expanse. They returned not just with data, but with new technology. Harmonic engines, thought-reactive hulls, energy resonance stabilizers, devices that defied all known physical laws. Humanity broadcasted their findings. The galactic community responded with disbelief. Then awe. Then terror. Diplomatic envoys flooded Earth. Scientists begged for understanding. Military leaders demanded containment. But nothing could be unlearned. Humanity, the latecomer to the stars, was now the custodian of a science that had rewritten reality. Within a decade, harmonic physics revolutionized space travel, medicine, and communication. Entire civilizations reoriented their belief systems. A new alliance formed, not of species, but of those willing to listen. Humanity led symphonic academies, where alien students learned harmonic cognition. Instruments weren't taught, they were felt. Art, science, and philosophy merged into a single discipline, resonant harmonics. But Ellery's warning echoed. Explorations into deeper voids revealed discordant fields, regions where resonance collapsed. Ships disappeared. Thoughts unraveled. Something was waking. The first warships were built, not with weapons, but with orchestras. Mira Solano, now an elder conductor of the Terran Harmonic Council, stood at the edge of a new frontier. Beside her floated alien allies, Pilithan, Sovari, even the long-reclusive Kalari, all trained in human harmonic discipline. Before them lay a rift of darkness. No music came from it, only silence, and from the silence, pulse. "We listen," Mira said, and with a symphony of thousands, they replied. The void answered back, not with destruction, but with curiosity. The galaxy had changed. No longer ruled by war or logic, but by the one species mad enough to dream with open eyes. Humanity never claimed dominance, but they were now revered, not for strength, but for listening where others feared silence. In the halls of Ellery, beneath the infinite veils of the harmonic expanse, a new future was written.